Hey Scorpios, this is your general love and relationship reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign Scorpio, or Scorpio of someone who you're thinking about who has those placements in Scorpio. Represent Scorpio season, past, present, future. Or even if you don't have a lot of Scorpio, we all can tap in and have access to these energies. So if the title, caught your eye and you felt like you wanted to watch it and you're not a Scorpio, keep watching. It doesn't matter. Energy is fluid. It's not restricted to labels and boxes and time and all of the things that our mind and our human selves want to do with it. So take with that what you will. All right, Scorpios, in full Scorpio fashion, you are not wanting to share what's there right away. Keeping things hidden close to your heart. What's happening with Scorpio? Okay, this one. North Node, life's purpose. Okay, so that could be why you're a little bit quiet. Our life's purpose is something that can be extremely, it is something that's very personal to us. I'm getting that. It's like, because it generally will have to do with things that we've dealt with in our lives that is difficult. Trauma, wounding, conditioning, things that we've had to overcome. And sometimes it's not as easy to just live and be and talk about if maybe if you haven't fully accepted it, but there is an element of it. So then we have the 10th house, the world, which is like your legacy, how you show up in the world, your job. So a lot of career and purpose here showing up. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come out. Again, everyone, you're really tapping into it. And I think you're seeing and feeling the fullness of how you show up and how whether it's coming to terms with like who you are and how you show up and your life's purpose. 11th house, friends. So yeah, this is like obviously friends, but it's like other people. Something about friend group and seeing if you are fitting in, like maybe you're seeing like my life purpose may not line up and what I want to do may not line up with that of people around me. Oop. And we have the 10th house and the 11th house. So there's also a progression. So you're progressing through something. The 6 of Pentacles is balance and reciprocity. Equal energy exchange, give and take. And the Mother of Wands is Queen of Wands. Passion, fire, creativity, sexuality, sensuality. She's also very fierce, feisty. I think you're owning, you're attempting to balance an aspect of yourself where you want to make sure that you're not coming at it from a place of shame. Like you're not trying like, oh my God, I'm too imbalanced in this area. Yes, we want to have a balanced life, but balance looks different for everyone. It doesn't mean a 50-50 of everything or whatever, right? An equal part of whatever. It's sometimes you might need a bigger chunk of something and then a smaller chunk of something else in order to create balance, and it'll be different for someone else. Sorry, I feel like there was a bug. Now I feel like it's like on my face. Yeah, see, and then we have the Mother of Cups. So this is maybe what you're balancing out your passion and your emotions. So she's open, receptive, nurturing. She's the very sensitive and emotional one, in touch with her emotions. This one is in touch with her life force energy, her creative energy. So attempting to create balance in that way. But I think it's also, again, making sure you're not coming from a place of attempting to make yourself wrong and fix or anything like that. I don't think that you are, but I think this is very present in the back of your mind. Like, okay, I'm not making myself wrong. I'm owning these aspects about me and how I show up, and this is who I am. And if people don't like it, then there's nothing I can do about it. I almost said something a little bit more harsh, but I think you're attempting to keep yourself balanced and not say the things you actually want to say, like, well, fuck them. But that's what you're thinking, basically. Yes, fuck them if people are coming at you in a negative way or trying to make you wrong for it. But if people are not, and that's just simply your fear, we don't need to say fuck them to everybody. That is just coming from a place of protection and wanting to guard ourselves. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a brand new opportunity and new beginning, an offer. It could be a large sum of money or a job opportunity, a windfall of something, wealth, abundance. Could be, I really feel that work and abundance and career is on your mind. And so I do feel this is like maybe an opportunity you're hoping to create through you balancing these two aspects of you. The Daughter of Wands. So Page of Wands, it's a younger adolescent type archetype energy. Pages are that like kind of age group adolescent. But it's about ideas, messages, the beginning of something. It just feels like starting something. Like after the offer's been made, it's like starting to, yeah. And then we have that's funny. Okay, so we had the Queen of Wands, and then right underneath that, the Daughter of Wands, which is like starting to form. Like, so I really feel progression. Like, I think you're seeing how something is forming, and or something is going to form in this like perfect way where everything lines up. The physical opportunity is presented to you, whatever that is, whether it's you getting the money, you getting that job offer, you getting the loan, you getting the new space you want to rent, or maybe you're moving, whatever it is, that's presented. This is like at the spark of something, ideas, communication, messages, things happening, starting to form, but it's not necessarily, you haven't taken action on it. But the progression, now we had the Mother of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and now we have the Son of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. So I feel like you are mastering your own energy when it comes to fire and water, which is passion, creativity, and then your emotions, and seeing how to manifest, first create balance within yourself, how to do law of attraction, to manifest, to embody those things that you need to in order to attract the opportunities, what needs to happen when the opportunity comes, and where to take action on it based on how you feel. The Knight of Cups would be taking action towards something that is emotionally fulfilling, something that feels good, offering your cup of love to somebody or vice versa, but it really feels like work. So it could, it could mean that, right? Like you're offering whatever it is, like a proposal or wanting to talk to somebody or going towards what feels good when it comes to opportunity with business partnership or the space you're wanting to rent, or, whichever project you feel more emotionally connected to and sure about. Temperance. So lots of balance here. Temperance is Sag energy, but it is emotional balance, alchemy, transmutation, patience as well. You are very patient. I do see you being very patient. And lots of progression because you're being patient with yourself, because you're taking the necessary steps to master and balance your own energy. This is why things are working out in this very, what am I trying to say? I don't want to say magical, but it's not, because you know that you created it. It is magical, but it's also like, oh yes, like you just owning your power in that way and saying, because of how I've showed up in the world, now that's why these opportunities are coming to me. But it is about my own magic too, because our own energy is our magic. So we have the moon, which is Panther. I try to say Pisces and Cancer at the same time. It's Cancer rules the moon, but in the tarot, it's Pisces. And we have 3 major arcana in a row. So these are major life themes that you're mastering, that you're going through. This is intuition, shadow stuff, feminine energy. And then we have the Hierophant, which is Taurus. It's commitment, higher self, spiritual commitment. Could be about a mentor or a teacher. Don't compartmentalize. I feel like as I'm explaining these things, I can feel my mind wanting to compartmentalize. Do not get into your head about it, I guess is the energy. You may feel overwhelmed. You're balancing, you're in your shadow stuff, like maybe you are the teacher, you are the mentor for somebody else, or it's just also being very connected to your I think maybe there's just this element of overwhelm. Like, make sure you're not like overwhelming yourself, and you're still grounding yourself and making sure you're present in the moment, so that you can, because I do feel like it's like downloads or just a spiritual level up as well because of the work that you're doing. And so I do feel, I mean, or maybe compartmentalize, I don't know, like maybe that's how you cope. Compartmentalizing is how you cope with when you become overwhelmed, when spiritually you're very cracked open, when you're very open emotionally and creatively and spiritually. So it's just asking you to make sure that as you're going through these deep level ups, right? Because again, you're progressing possibly very quickly. Make sure that you're grounded. You're not shutting yourself off and closing off that connection that you have. The next card we have is the Four of Swords, which is rest, recuperation, stillness, meditation. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, so that's why I felt there could be an element of overwhelm because things are happening very quickly for you in terms of progression, physically and spiritually, and it's like happening at the same time. Emotionally, physically, it's everything. It's like basically you're being propelled forward into on your life's purpose path, because you have been doing the work, and it's just time or whatever it is. So make sure you're taking the time to rest, to pause when you need to. This is about pausing, contemplation. The Sun of Pentacles is contemplation, pausing, lining things up, making sure that you are taking care of you and your mind through this process. The Ace of Swords. See, yeah, this is truth and clarity, because the more that you do that, the more that you take it slowly, you contemplate, you don't try to force yourself, don't try to force anything, the more clear you'll be in your head. This is clarity, mental power, truth. You'll know what your truth is, and you'll see and feel things very easily. You'll know what to do, basically. And you have 3 new beginning cards. So we had the Ace of Pentacles, then we had the Ace of Swords. Those are all about new beginnings. Now the Ace of Wands, which is a passionate, fiery new beginning. It is very phallic, so it can, it can be about sexual energy. But again, I don't feel love or like passion sexually with somebody. It's more so utilizing that life force, creative energy for yourself to create. And then we have the Seven of Swords, which is deception, being sneaky, trying to get away with something. But that could just be a fear. That could be a fear, or it could be something you're clearing out, or it could mean there is someone around you that's embodying that energy. The Six of Wands. Maybe this is also, you're afraid that your success, like this is about victory, success, rising up above the ashes. I think there's this fear that there is someone or people around you that don't want the best for you, and so you just want to be mindful of that. Make sure that you are feeling into other people and their motives and what you are, the messages you're getting about certain people's energies. Like and that was where I was saying, like, don't compartmentalize. Like, you want to be careful that you're not shutting yourself off to fully feeling and seeing certain things as you move through this process, because there could be energy around you that doesn't necessarily have your best interest or is trying to sabotage whatever it is. Feels like it could be coming from other people, or it could be coming, this is like a fear. I mean, again, it usually is coming from us. Like if it's coming through a physical person showing up in our lives, like trying to sabotage, not being happy for us, whatever it is, that is a physical manifestation of your fear or of a belief that you have that it's asking you to take care of. So you want to make sure that you address that if it's showing up for you. And if it's a fear, I mean, and sometimes we just have that fear and we have this suspicion, like, oh my God, I think this person's doing this, when really that's just our fear trying to get us to prove that it's real through another person. So if you believe it enough, it will prove it through the person. But you want to make sure, just check in with yourself, like, and be like, is this me just trying to sabotage myself because of this fear? What is this fear trying to tell me? What is this belief trying to tell me? And kind of dive into it and be like, okay, like, is this actually real? Is there actually somebody? And addressing it, and then saying like, hey, why are you so afraid of this? Why are you so afraid of someone sabotaging me? And blah, 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 blah. And you get to the bottom of it. So we have the Daughter of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. Someone who's, I felt regression here, like someone who's sensitive. It's almost like a little bit more of like a childlike energy, sensitive, creative, very sensitive. And then we have the Ten of Swords, which is basically death in terms of an idea, a belief, an aspect of yourself dying, and not, because it's something that doesn't need to come back. Like, and then we have the Seven of Cups, which is fantasy, illusion. Could also be about dreams, having a lot of options. I do feel this is your shadow stuff showing up, like feeling very sensitive, and like the Daughter of Cups would almost be like feeling too sensitive, like you can't handle it. Afraid, maybe it's being afraid of death or afraid of something, and then like getting swept up in illusionary stories. So just be aware of that stuff as you're processing and letting go of stuff. Because, you know, Scorpio energy is the Death card, which is death and rebirth, transformation. So you know how to go to the depths, and you have no problem being in the shadow and all that. You just want to make sure you don't get stuck there. The Four of Cups, not liking what you're being offered. Making sure that you are aware of how things feel. This is like knowing that, okay, if I don't like what's being offered to me or like what's happening emotionally, then don't give into it. Don't go in that direction. Don't choose it. And the Ace of Cups, yeah. So it's like, and also waiting and filling your own cup. It's about self-love, self-care, filling your own cup. But it's also waiting for that cup that does feel good. And you have all four aces out. So lots of new beginnings here. Making sure that you're clear. And again, I think I said, like, if something's being offered to you, if something comes up, making sure that it feels right for you. It's everything is in alignment, but especially how you feel about it. And then we had two nines come out together. The Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. Basically focusing on yourself, building up your life. This is like being single and enjoying your life. Stacking your coins, creating your physical world around you to be what you want. And the Nine of Cups is wishes being fulfilled. That's available to you as long as you can get through the darkness and not give in to that which you know is not good for you, or what doesn't feel aligned for you. And that is also how you are balancing your emotions and your creative energy, is by that fine-tuning process of whatever comes in. Whatever comes in, feeling into it, and knowing that you have done enough work for... There's also this like self-doubt of like, well, I don't know if that's right. Like, trust how you feel. Okay, so I feel if there is a situation, or if you're going through something difficult right now in terms of when it comes to life purpose, or it feels dark and heavy and you're not sure how things are going to be, the first card that came out is the situation will improve. And then we have perfect timing, which is things are happening in the perfect time, or what you're asking about will happen in the perfect time. And then within the next few months, so getting very specific, within the next few months, whatever is happening in your life, or it's like these new beginnings, this is when it will present itself within the next few months. And it's happening in the perfect time. I think I said that in this reading already. So something about timing and knowing that you don't have to force it. Was that this reading? I think I said something like that. Like, things are just happening. I mean, like I said, it is I was talking about a progression. So yeah, knowing that things are progressing in the time that they're supposed to, so don't worry. So if you'd like your own reading with me, you can go to my website, which is below, empoweringauthenticity.com, and schedule there, or follow me at Instagram at Empowering Authenticity, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.